If you're an introvert in the corporate world, do you always get this feedback during your annual review? I just had my annual review, and per usual, I got the feedback of speaking up more. I need to push back more. And it's honestly super frustrating because I am just naturally a very quiet person. And that doesn't mean I don't have opinions. That doesn't mean I can't lead a team. I have a very good relationship with my cross-functionals, but I don't show it in an outward way. I am not the type of person who will speak up in a group meeting. I'm someone who will have that one-on-one conversation with someone on the side or before the meeting or after the meeting. But because I just have those one-on-one connections, my manager and my skip manager will never see me showing leadership or that kind of stuff. And then the thing about pushing back, I don't know. I just struggle with pushing back on people. And also what does that even mean? Does that mean I have to be more aggressive in my approach to talking to people? I would say I don't usually just take someone's answer for face value. I do pick at it. But again, I do it in a very diplomatic, cooperative, nice manner. I'm just not outwardly aggressive about it. I don't know. So yeah, would love any tips from people who are maybe naturally quiet or maybe naturally more introverted and have found themselves to be very successful in the corporate world. Clearly, this is an area of opportunity for me and I really want to succeed, so it would be greatly appreciated.
I just quit my corporate job, and here's why I think hustle culture is a lie. I'm gonna get really vulnerable, so just trigger warning if you can't handle any of that. So I got sick this past April for the 7th time this year, and I'm not normally one to get sick a lot, so I just knew that my body was really stressed. I needed to just take a break. My body was constantly in fight or flight. While I was out sick, I found out that the girl that had assisted me in my position quit. And I had done the position by myself before, and I knew what was waiting for me when I was going back to work. And so while I had the opportunity and the leverage, I told my manager, hey, I need to go part-time. And I also asked for a $2 raise because I would be doing the work of 3 people. And she said, we can definitely accommodate that for you. You just have to wait until we have a new member to add to our team. Now, almost 2 months later, I revisited that conversation. I said, hey, we're hiring a new person. Just want to confirm with you, part-time, that $2 raise. She says, oh, well, now HR can't approve that raise because you're going part-time and because, you got a raise this time last year. You got to wait a little bit longer. But I was supposed to be training the new person that was going to be starting at more money than me due to more experience. I had been strung along last time for a raise in this company, and I was promised to be making the wage that I'm asking for now almost a year ago, but the company needed to make more money first before they could give me a raise. So I waited 4 months, and when that raise came, they said they could only give me lesser wage than I was promised initially. So this time I was asking for $2 more to be at that expected wage that I was promised. And unfortunately I didn't get any of that in writing, so that's my fault. The fact that they couldn't approve that, I was just and I genuinely couldn't handle the stress of this job. And again, trigger warning, during this time last year, I had a miscarriage while I was at work. And I'm just fully convinced that it was because of the stress. My body literally couldn't handle it. This is why we were planning on me going part-time, so that we could actually start a family and that my body could hold on to that this time and it wouldn't be so difficult. And now I've quit because it's just messed up that a loyal employee that has put in so much work and hard time can barely get a raise, a $2 raise in accommodation just due to the circumstances of life. Meanwhile, that same company will hire a new person at a higher wage, or just, hiring people at the top that don't need to be hired for a ridiculous wage to just delegate their tasks to other people in operations for no reason. The point of my message is hustle culture is so revered. It is just, everyone's out to get that bag and get the money, go get the money, girl. But we're working 8+ hours to live for 4 of them. Oh, go get that money, go get that bag, but we need a vice to get through the day. We can't cope with stress. We can't live our life without an antidepressant, without smoking, without vaping, without drinking, without doing really unhealthy amounts of things that are actually harming us, and it's just the way that we're going to cope and get through this job. We work for 8+ hours a day so that we can go home and be a human for 4. We have 4 hours out of the day to really be a mother, to be a father, to be a human, to be someone with actual interests and actual hobbies, and we don't rest anymore. Hustle culture is a lie. What use is your money if you're sick? What use is your money if you don't have time to actually live your life? We are actually being convinced to settle for being sick, tired, stressed, underpaid, overworked, so that someone else can get millions of dollars, but so that we stay in middle class and we don't enjoy our life. Obviously, bills exist, you need to have healthcare, you need to take care of your family, but I just feel like I work so hard to get this job. I worked so hard to be this corporate girl, to have a big girl job, and all it's done is harm me. All it's done is just like bring me to the point where my body like is physically giving out, and I need to take a break from work in general. I feel like there are so many other people, especially women, that understand that we've just bought into this lie, and it's harmed us. It's gravely robbed us of joy and health. And I've always been too scared to take a risk on my dreams because I didn't think that they'd like financially back me. But now I just think life's too short. So if you made it this far and you have a passion or something that you've always wanted to pursue, just do it. Just do it. We spend the majority of our lives at our jobs, and we might as well be happy and excited to work those jobs. So wish me luck and follow me along if you want to see what I come up with.
So I just found out that I got rejected for 2 jobs that I spent about a month interviewing for. And I'm trying like my very hardest to not take it so personally and to not be like so severely hurt over it. Because I really do feel like I'm at the end of my rope, and I'm just mentally and just physically exhausted. Like, I am so tired of job searching. I'm so tired of getting rejected for jobs that I feel like I have the necessary qualifications for. I'm tired of getting rejected for jobs that I feel like I'm overqualified for. And it's just like, yeah, there's other opportunities out there. But like, these 2 particular jobs were at a university that I really wanted to work at because I worked there as a student, and I really liked it. And now that I know that I'm not going to get that opportunity, it's crushing me. Like, it really crushes me. And it's so hard because like I feel like I'm one of them people who it's hard for me to navigate like social media, because I can admit I get jealous. I can be a jealous person. And, you know, seeing people reach their goals and, you know, you're still so far away from yours, it hurts. It does.
So it's literally come to this. I'm holding a stack of resumes, and I've been going to restaurants and stuff for the past few days asking if they're hiring or anything. I moved to New York City a number of months ago, and I got laid off from my corporate job literally a week after signing a lease. I wouldn't say I'm embarrassed or ashamed by any means. Like, I don't think I'm above service jobs at all. This just is not what I was expecting. This definitely was not part of the New York City fantasy. Heck, it wasn't even part of the adulthood fantasy, if I'm being real. You were supposed to go to college and like get a degree, and it's all supposed to work out, right? Wrong. I have 3 degrees, 2 bachelors, 1 in math, another in economics. I got my master's last year in marketing, and I've worked as an analyst, as a lead analyst, and this is where I'm at. I'm trying to remain as hopeful as I can, but, you know, to be honest, I'm pretty worried, a little bit scared. I've been, you know, pretty emotional, understandably. I just don't know what's going to happen. I'm trying to look at this as a rite of passage, kind of a admissions test into New York City, if you will. Really see if I'm up for it. So I'm going to keep pushing, you know, keep doing the dang thing, and hopefully things turn out for the better. If I'm being real, I really just want to find my footing on like social media or something, but I need to get real. Like, I need to make money, and that's where I'm at. So I'm gonna, you know, keep pushing, keep trying, just, you know, really hope that things work out for the better sooner rather than later, because this really sucks. This job market is beyond demoralizing, and I just really hope that things shift and, you know, get better. Please.
I think something that this generation really needs to take note of is how your employers treat you. It's not even something where I'm saying, fuck your job, fuck who you work with or who you work for. But like, honestly, if you are somebody who seems to not fit in at a company because the work climate is very bitter and toxic, or you feel like you are constantly putting your all in to receive nothing, or very little. I think as a generation, we need to understand that like working harder and doing more doesn't equate to you being more important or more respected. It's like a really big thing now where big companies have like buzzwords. They'll be like, oh yeah, we need someone who takes initiative, who pushes the boundaries, who thinks outside the box and raises issues and concerns where they need to be raised and seeks solutions for long time problems so that you can achieve long time results. But as soon as somebody come along and voice a problem, as soon as somebody comes along and breaks that mold and, you know, diverts from the status quo or doesn't do what everybody is doing, it's like that person is scapegoated, bro. You could be the best worker there. You could have the best ideas there. What will happen is if the people who are in charge don't like you, it don't matter. You could think of something to fix an entire pipeline of stuff. And you can strike up the idea, you can write it out, you can type up the emails, you can send it to the managers, you can say it in person, you can get other people on to like co-sign. And if you're not somebody who doesn't annoy people because you're like, you know, you're not like a yes man or because you're too outspoken, it's not your idea anymore. It doesn't matter what you did. Your 6-month review, it doesn't matter. The one thing they're going to do is hold on to one time you said something and people agree with it because that shit was correct or it was true. And they going to watch the reactions of the people and they going to watch people around you go like, damn, wait, he kind of right. This is shitty treatment. This is shitty behavior. We should definitely like do something about this. As soon as that shit goes south for them, you're in the shitter, bro. And that's something that this generation really needs to understand. These jobs don't want somebody like that. They want somebody who will do all of that in the nicest way possible. In a way that doesn't bother them. In a way that doesn't put them in the shitter. Because honestly, a lot of times, the stuff that happens, the stuff that causes problems at jobs is managers' fault. It's their lack of foresight, negligence, their lack of ability to be flexible like they asking you to do. It's fucking crazy, bro. And you can bust your ass. You're going to bust your ass for 40 years working at these jobs where these people do not care about shit that you feel. The craziest part is, as soon as you go and you try to like vocalize these feelings or you try to vocalize that you feel a certain way, you feel mistreated, you are going to get gaslit so fucking hard. It's going to be like, they're going to make you feel like you crazy as hell. And they're going to have everybody on this top of the chain of command pretty much make you feel like you a fucking stupid ass piece of shit. Like, and it's wild because it's like, this is not a personal experience. I'm almost certain I can name at least 10 people who have had this experience at the job I work at, other big ass companies. You can go on any fucking Reddit. You can talk to anybody at like a mom and pop shop and why they don't work in big companies. This is like a worldwide fucking issue. I wouldn't say worldwide. Let's just say countrywide because I feel like this is like an America thing. I feel like I read about other jobs and other places actually giving a fuck about their employees and how their employees feel and you know, the efforts they put in to make the job a better place. But holy shit, bro. Bro, I'm just like, I'm going on 4 years of this job and it's like, I thought I cared about, you know, what the people above me cared about, or I thought I cared that like, you know, me doing more would like get in their good graces. But it's like the more I do, the more I raise concerns, which they don't like, which is seen as negative, which gets me in the fucking pot. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, what the fuck can you do? I'm not working for fucking 45 more years, bro. I will die before I fucking work until I retire. I will dead ass kill myself, bro. There's no way. There's no fucking way. This is the fucking cycle, dude.
Thank you for tuning in. As always, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video or found it helpful. I appreciate your support.